Hi, I'm Chris Levatino. I'm the athletic director at Evanston Township High School. Born and bred Evanstonian, and I am the chair of the KUUMBA Evanston Olympic Games. We started the KUUMBA Evanston Olympic Games because we wanted to expose a lot more children to the wide variety of sports that are out there in this world. Evanston High School offers 43 different sports for kids to be involved with, but the limitations on our youth getting involved in many of those sports are limited, and a lot of times it comes down to money and access and awareness. And there's a large chunk of our community that doesn't have access in those ways. And so we wanted to create a free program that exposes younger children, grades 3rd through 7th, to those opportunities to experience the wonderful opportunities in sports. Yeah, last year was awesome. We had just under 240 kids involved in 17 different sports for 3 straight weeks. It's the exact time length of the regular Olympic Games that we saw in Paris. And I think we had more fun than the Parisians, personally. You always try to make everything better from one year to the next. So this year, we're excited to be adding 4 more sports onto that total. So we have 21 different sports. We also didn't want to eliminate that oldest age group last year that are now rising 7th graders. So we've added that age group on, and the neat thing is we're going to have 2 different age divisions. So we're going to have a middle school age group, which are the rising 6th and 7th graders, and we're going to have a grade school group, which are the rising 4th and 5th graders. So we can also kind of provide competition experiences that are more age appropriate and will challenge our older kids in ways that maybe last year we weren't able to do. I think some of the most popular sports last year were sports like fencing and water polo and badminton, where these light bulbs went into kids' eyes because they got a chance to do those sports for the first time. And I can clearly remember the water polo tournament that we hosted here. And I think the parents and the coaches had as much fun as the kids. Everyone just had a blast playing the sport that most people had never experienced before. And what was really neat was the Monday after the Olympics ended, seeing 5 or 6 kids that had never played water polo before walk into our pool and start being a part of that water polo program. And that's what the KUUMBA Olympics is all about, is getting kids an opportunity to learn about new sports and then get connected to that youth sports organization, start playing those sports immediately. So our kids of color, when you look at the statistics at ETHS, we have a ton of participants, but we also have very segregated programs. And I believe that the reason why some of our programs are so self-segregated is because of access to a lot of those sports earlier on in life. And that's what the KUUMBA Olympic Games hopes to eradicate, is we want to expose kids, especially kids of color, to what have been traditionally white sports here at ETHS and across our country. And there's no reason they should be. This is a diverse community, and we want our athletic programs and our sports teams to reflect that diversity, and we'll all be better off because of it. Parents, we'd love your support by really just getting your kid involved and encouraging them to be a part of this. Talking about this as an opportunity that they get to do, not that they have to do, and making this as an enjoyable experience for your kid throughout the summer by enjoying their joy in this sport. But first and foremost, let's get them registered as soon as possible so they don't miss out on this great opportunity this summer. To all of our community, we'd love to have you guys involved as volunteers, whether you're a videographer, photographer, greeter, fan, you name it. There's a lot of different options for you to get involved with to support the KUUMBA Evanston Olympic Games. We'd also love your donation. This is a completely volunteer-led effort, but there are a lot of costs associated with it. And this also is our annual fundraiser for KUUMBA Evanston. So your donations, your support, your sponsorship would be greatly appreciated. The 3 weeks of the Olympic Games last summer were probably, 3 of the most exciting weeks of my life, not just from running around trying to make things happen, but just seeing the joy and excitement on our kids' faces, seeing the parents really get into it. The youth sports business can be a little overwhelming, and what the KUUMBA Evanston Olympics Games did for me personally was just remind me what youth sports are all about. It's about fun, it's about discovery, it's about making new friendships, and it was just kind of one of the brightest spots of the year for me personally.
My name is Leonard English. My involvement with the KUUMBA Olympics is I've served as an executive director and a member of the planning committee since its inception. I am a coach. I coach with the Evanston Junior Wildcats football program, which is a youth feeder program for Evanston High School football. And so it's a great opportunity for us to show involvement with the youth sports scene in Evanston. During a basketball event where I was coaching, I saw one player, particularly a young lady, had great movement. You know, she moved very well on the court. She had a lot of skills. She wasn't a great basketball player, but I immediately thought that those skills would translate into football. And we at the Evanston Junior Wildcats were in the process of forming a girls flag football feeder program. So I went up to the girl after the basketball game and I said, hey, besides coaching with KUUMBA, I also coach a football program, and I think you have some skills that would translate over. And instantly you saw a smile light up on this girl's face. And she looked up at me and she said, am I being recruited? And I thought to myself, well, yeah, I guess you are being recruited. And she was like, great. And she ran away. She tells her parents. And it's one of those stories where you can simply make a kid feel good by showing some interest in them, encouraging their talent, and saying, hey, I believe in you as well. So really for me, it's one of the reasons why I coach. I think it's a great recruiting tool. Some of the events aren't tailored particularly to what the sports are, but I think you can see kids move, you can see them compete, you can see that they have a desire, and those are attributes that will transfer over to many or most sports. And so I think as a youth sports program director or coach, it's a great way for you to identify talent, to identify kids who have certain skills that may translate over to your sport, or to see a kid that, say, hey, look, try this out. It's something new for you, and you can develop at it and do well. So I encourage coaches to participate. I encourage the feeder programs to really participate. It's a great opportunity to grow your program and expand your profile. I really think a lot of people should get involved, not only the youth feeder programs, but also parents. You know, there are great opportunities to volunteer, to be involved, to help coach and mentor kids, and to encourage them to participate in sports. I think something personally for me, sports not only gave me satisfaction as a kid out there competing, but it also taught me a lot of life lessons that I can use in life today. You know, you're gonna fall down, you're not gonna win every game, you're gonna have challenges in life, and you're also obviously gonna face them in sports, and it's a great way to learn to overcome some of those obstacles. So we are encouraging kids to participate, we're encouraging all the feeder programs to participate. It's a community-wide event to strengthen Evanston, starting at the youth. Honestly, it makes me feel great at the end of the day, knowing that I could help a kid, knowing that I could encourage them to put a smile on their face. I've certainly found out coaching through the years, you're not gonna win every game, but you can have a win if you can walk away and you've made a kid feel better about themselves, if you've made a kid feel better about their talent, and if you've also taught them some lessons that will benefit them. I want to say that it's been a fabulous opportunity being involved in the KUUMBA Olympics, and I would encourage anyone to come out and to volunteer. There are many opportunities to take part, and we're certainly looking forward to having the whole community involved.